Hi guys, so today I wanted to make a video about when I lived with monks in Korea. So I only stayed there for one night, but it was totally open to the public and you can do it too. So where we stayed was a temple called, I'm going to put it here because I don't know how to pronounce it and I will butcher it, but it's named this, and it is out in the woods of Korea. It's near the east coast. We did this after we did the penis park, so we were in that realm, and we did it in autumn, so it was quite cold, but the colours of the leaves were just amazing. And coming from Australia where we don't really get seasons, it was just one of the most beautiful things. So we arrived at this temple and we walked around and we found the main office, and we're just walking around the grounds with all these other tourists because it's open to the public in the day, but you can apply to stay at night and live like a monk for however many days you'd like. So you go to your room, you unpack, and then they give you specific clothes to wear around the grounds. And so we put them on top of our clothes because it was so cold. It was about sub 10 degrees, so it was freezing. And so when the tourists come in the morning, you look all snazzy and special in your robes. So we went in and you make prayer beads that you can then use when you go to prayer later in the evening, and you pray with the actual monks that live there full time, and you eat with the monks, and it's just this amazing, very like enlightening experience. Come and fly away with me. 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 Don't you be afraid, everything will change. You and I jumping off the edge. They say dreamers never die, so come and... You have to make them in a certain fashion to make sure they are right. I don't know if the prayers don't work otherwise, but there's a certain way to do everything. So, because Korea's so perfectionist, so there's a right way for everything. So you make your prayer beads, and then we went to our rooms and unpacked and kind of set up the beds. So you're staying in these traditional rooms with paper doors, and it's no mattresses, just those floor mattresses, and it's basically just a bunch of blankets, like duvets, like piled up on each other. But the floors are very heated, which was great because it was freezing. And so then we went to prayer for the first time. You pray every 6 hours, I think it was. So we prayed at the evening at 8 o'clock at night, and then we also prayed at 4 a.m. So when you're going to pray, they teach you how to pray properly, and they tell you like when to go down and when to go up, which I found really hard, to be honest, because I couldn't hear the nuances in what he was saying, but I was kind of like watching everyone at the corner of my eye, trying to figure out what was right. Pretty sure I did it wrong. I'm on the ground while everyone's standing up and vice versa, but what can you do? Tried my best. We went to dinner, and when you go to dinner, you eat with the monks in this big hall, and you're allowed to take as much food as you want. It's all vegetarian, which was great for me, so easy done. You're only allowed to eat during the meal times, and whatever you take in your bowl, you have to finish. There's no waste. And then once you're finished, you wash your plates up in the sink. Everyone does their own, and then you go to bed. Party monks. And you go to bed, and then you wake up at 4 a.m. for prayer. I won't lie, it was not the best sleep I've had, largely because of the ground being very hard. Oh, and I should say the rooms are split into boy and girl. You can't share with a boy or a girl. Like, you have to be gender split. Which was lucky because I was going with friends, so all the girls stayed in one, all the boys stayed in the other. But if you have a partner, you can't stay together, which... and the girls' dorm, I will say, stayed a lot cleaner than the boys. But they had coolest windows. After prayer, you ring the gong. So you go up to this gong. Everyone had a turn of it, and you got to swing this big pole. I know the footage isn't great because it was dark, but you swing the pole and you hit the gong. Everyone gets to do that, and that signifies the end of the day. And then before we go to bed, we went on a forest walk, which was really pretty because it was all lit up beautifully with these coloured lights and these little art installations. And it was just a really pretty walk before bed. Come and fly away with me. Come and fly away. woke up at 4 a.m, went to the prayer, did everything again in that sense. Once we did prayer in the morning, the boys went back to their room to meditate, so sleep, because it was 4 a.m. And then I just walked around and took photos of everything and went on a bit of a bushwalk and just looked at the amazing scenery. It was so atmospheric because there was just all this mist around and all these beautiful bright coloured trees, and I'm staying in the middle of this temple in Korea. It's oh.
Come and fly away with me. Come and fly away with me. Come and fly away with me. Don't you be afraid, everything will change. You and I jumping off the edge. They say dreamers never die, so come and fly, come and fly, come and fly away with me. We're rising, we're falling, we're making moves. We're climbing, we're soaring, 1,000 views.
Recommend doing it if you can. You just have to hire a car to get there, but it's totally worth it. And I think it didn't cost that much. I think it was about $100-ish per person or per couple. So it wasn't exorbitant. And then once it gets to about 9 a.m, all the tourists start coming in and you're walking around in your little... If you like this video, give it a thumbs up and tell me in the comments below if you have any questions, if you've done it before, have you done it somewhere else? Have you done one in Japan or China? Is it the same, different? Tell me. Remember to hit subscribe so you don't miss out on any more adventures in Korea or otherwise, but you never know. Never know where I'm going to be next.